Hello and welcome to another NBK Design tutorial. This time I want to show you how I make a layout and how I apply styles and how I use brushes, and the products you will see in this video were received free of charge as part of my free creative teamwork for NBK Design, and the photo I will use is from Pexels. So now let's start. I have this photo here. I will delete my selection and I want to make this a little bit more artsy, and I will apply a style on a photo. And yeah, let's start. I always start with a solid paper, normally white, gray, and no color. And this time I will start with this gray paper. You can change the paper, of course, at any time. Also at the end, if you are finished with all, you can change the paper. But for me it's easier to start with a solid paper. So a solid paper gives me the most possibility to create an artsy page. So first I need to separate her face from the background, and in Photoshop CC 2018 you go to select subject and nothing more to do. Photoshop will select your subject. If you don't have this option, go to your quick selection tool here and drag over those areas you want to select, and you get your selection too. Then we go to select and mask, and we make some corrections here. We don't need this perfect selection because we will make an artsy page and we will apply styles and masks, and because of this we don't need 100% perfect selection. So then we go to output to new layer. Okay, and we have our selection, and now we drag it on our page. And in case we mess up, I make a copy, Control or Command J, and you can hide this copy. So now what I want to do is I want to recolor her hair. Make sure your layer is active. And now we go to our quick selection tool here, and I make a selection of those parts I want to apply the style. If you selected too much, then click Alt on your keyboard and go over those areas you don't want to have, and it will be subtracted. So now I have my selection. Now Control or Command J, and I have my selection on a separate layer. Make this layer active, and then we apply one of those styles, and I will make blue hairs. So now it looks a little bit strange, not very artsy. So we need to work on this layer, and we need to change our blend modes. And first we need to rasterize this layer, otherwise we can't apply the blend modes. So now I will try which blend mode looks best. And remember, this first section here darkens your image, this section here enlightens your image, and this section here is about the contrast of your image. The image in this case is this blue hair. And let's try. So color burn, I like this. Let's try color dodge, also nice. And let's try linear, it's also nice, but I prefer the color burn. And as you can see, there are some edges here which don't look nice. So we need to correct this a little bit, and we will apply a mask. And make sure your foreground color is black. And now we will use those brush mix. If you open the folder, you can see the brushes as PNG files and as ABR files. And just double click on this ABR file and your brushes will install in Photoshop, or you can go to your brush tool here, open the brushes, and you can find this wheel here, open it and import or load brushes, and go to the folder where the brushes are, and they are installed. And I will use this one here with this little splatters. There are 3 of these brushes. I will use one of them. And now my opacity is around 30%, not too high, otherwise you have also these hard edges. And now I will paint and erase a little bit of these hard edges. And you can change the direction of the brush. I will okay, now the edges are better and not too hard. Okay, it's okay for me now. And I will activate this layer and the selection, and I will now merge those layers so I can clip it into a mask. And this is what we need now. We need one of those blending masks, and let's try this one. Drag it on your paper and behind your photo, and now resize it so that the photo covers the mask if it's possible. If not, like in my case, it's fine. We will correct this. So now go between the 2 layers, click Alt on the keyboard and click, and your photo is clipped into the mask. And now we can see some of the edges of the mask, and we can try to move the mask or make it a little bit smaller. But at the end we will apply a mask on the mask. Make sure your foreground color is black, choose a brush, and the best would be a soft brush, but I'm too lazy to change the brush, so it's okay, any brush is okay. And I will start to erase a little bit these black parts of the mask. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you can see a little bit of this black masks. So in this case, it's okay for me. And now we open again our blending masks and we choose another mask. This one, put it behind your photo, and I will apply a yellow style. I think this one is nice. And now what we can try is to apply a filter on our photo here. Make your layer active with the photo, and then go to filter and filter gallery and go to the artistic filter, and poster edges is one of the filters I really like, but feel free to try a sketch filter or also texture. Any filter you want to apply is fine. I will use my poster edge. Okay, and yes, I like this. I think it's a very nice filter. And now your page looks more and more artsy from a normal photo like this one. We have now a artsy looking photo, and you can go on and apply other blending masks or brushes or any color you want. It's always something you have to try. I want to apply one of these textures here. Yes, that's nice. And now feel free to add whatever you want. You have the artsy bits of pieces here. Let's apply butterfly. I always like butterflies on my page. And you have flowers. You have the magic lights here. You also can apply one of the paint strokes. Controller Command T and right mouse click. We can flip this. And I think you now have an idea how easy you can make an artsy page. Now we can have a look at the artsy papers here, and let's add one of these papers, put it behind on top of our background. And if we double click and we go to the blend, if we can blend parts of the paper, and I think you got an idea what you can do, and now it's totally up to you what you want to add. Add some journaling, add some word arts, again more brushes and more masks. And I would like to see the result and show it in the Artology group. I will link this in the description, and I also will give you the links to the NBK Design videos where she shows you how to use the brushes and how you can paint with the paint strokes. And I hope you enjoyed the video and like to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.